with The Real Cinemas Blackpool and Ballincollig and online at therealpicture.com.
In a world where there's a million movie podcasts, here comes another one from themoviebit.com. This is the podcast.
Christ. Who taught you that technique? A friggin' cheese grater?
Anything gets more than 3 blocks out, you turn it back or you turn it to ash.
So you listen to me and you listen well.
Hey everybody, how we doing? Welcome to the podcast from themoviebit.com in association with our sponsors, The Real Picture Cinemas, Blackpool and Ballincollig. Check out their spiffy, comfy new seats right now. And of course, you can check them out online as well at therealpicture.com. We are back post bank holiday. If you don't like bank holidays, then you'll obviously not like the fact that we take them off.
Sorry, but
because Tom works so hard every other day of the year that I just take them off. So Tom is here.
I need a break from the madness every now and again.
His name is Tom White. My name is Victor Barry. Your name is, I'm sure you can let us know on Twitter at the MovieBit or on Facebook. Because we missed last week, we've got a lot of stuff to get to.
Yeah,
a lot of cool stuff as well.
Oh, hello everyone. Sorry.
How long? There is like 300 plus episodes of this podcast. You've been in about what, 100?
I'd say more. Let's
just go with 100.
Let's go with 100.
Just in case you think you're entitled to anything. Yeah, fucking hell. All right. So, we're going to talk movies. If you agree or disagree, podcast at themoviebit.com. Hit us up on Twitter at themoviebit, Facebook page, themoviebit. And if you still even look at fucking anything outside of social, then it's themoviebit.com on something called a browser, which there are probably people listening who may not be entirely au fait with what a browser is, because they just live in the apps on their phone.
Yeah. They're going away to dinosaurs.
I don't know, they look at porn, so they need a browser. At least on Apple devices, at least. Right, let's get cracking. We like to teach you shit about the movies that you've never learned before. Then we'll fight. Then we'll do really good impressions of an old Hollywood actor. and then we'll fight some more. Or something. Anyway, we like to start the show with teaching you shit about the movies that you never knew before. We call this Tom's Trivia Tree.
Tom's Trivia Tree.
All right. Let's talk some Pitch Black first.
Do we have to?
Yeah. Look, Pitch Black was a good movie.
It was, but I'm opposed to Vin Diesel.
Yeah, it was before Vin Diesel became insufferable, really. But one awesome bit about the movie was his eyes in the darkness. It was a really cool effect, and they were brought about by a pair of contact lenses called hubcaps. And after the first day of filming, when they tried to remove the contact lenses, they couldn't. And due to where they were filming in Australia, they had to have an optometrist flown in from the nearest town 3 hours away.
Yeah, that's the thing. For actors dedicated to their craft, contact lenses can be the enemy. If you wear contact lenses, you know they can be a bit of a pain in the ass.
First time I wore contact lenses, they broke in my eye.
Yeah. Well, no less than you deserve. I'm not sure about anybody else.
There, that was before I was a cunt. I was only 16.
How did you manage to break them? Or did they just, you blinked and your eyelids of steel shattered the contact lenses?
I was trying to get them out, and I just ended up ripping them.
Fucking what, a pickaxe?
I just ended up ripping them. Yeah, and then just one of them got stuck behind my eye.
As in behind your eyeball?
Yeah, kind of, it went...
How the fuck? That's some pickaxe. You should be dead, Tom. Or blind at the very least.
The amount of times I've had to go to the doctor because of my fucking contact lenses.
Okay.
Yeah, it's...
But the example I was going to give is that if you look at the likes of Jim Carrey for The Mask, or in particular... The Grinch, where he had to work with these fucking contact lenses all the time
to
change.
They were full eye lenses, weren't they?
Yeah, so they started off with a contact and they would have worked out to the full eye lens, and they had to be lubricated constantly because his eyes would dry out. It was sheer agony for the guy. Not as much as the agony as Tom has been, but yeah. Do you wear contact lenses now?
No, I got lasered.
Oh, okay. All right. But
that was agony as well for a week. But
again, no less than you deserve.
My eyes hate me.
One eye said to the other, we're going to fuck up Tom's life.
All right, we just give him pain now.
There's probably some dark Pixar short in that.
Just eyes wanted to kill
I'm thinking Inside Out, but Inside Out needs eyes.
Inside Out from the...
with the movie Inside Out, that kind of thing, but it's eyeballs.
Okay.
And then they can play on that with the balls in your pant. Yeah. All right, move on before this gets too dark.
Why am I surprised that went that way?
Why is anybody surprised at anything? What people are surprised going, you're still doing a fucking podcast?
Yeah, I know.
There's the big surprise.
Okay, moving on to The Rock. My personal favourite Michael Bay movie.
It's some people may forget that actually is a Michael Bay movie.
Yeah, I think it was one of the first movies that was Michael Bay.
Yeah, but it compared to the Dynamite festivals that he puts on show now, it was tame in comparison.
Yeah.
Which probably was one of the reasons it was really good.
He was only starting out. So during the shooting of The Rock, Sean Connery didn't want to travel from the mainland to the island every day.
What a cunt.
So he had a cabin built for him on Alcatraz.
What a cunt.
And he lived there.
Just what a fucking cunt.
So that's another James Bond actor we're calling a cunt.
Yes, I was just thinking that. Fuck Roger Moore. I don't know why we said fuck Roger Moore originally, but
yeah, it's got lost.
If you subscribe to the but can you imagine just fucking, obviously Connery would have had 15 assistants.
Yeah.
Oh, I'm not going to walk out not fucking, that doesn't even sound anything
no,
like
and
him.
actually that was pretty good.
Was it?
Yeah.
Was that good?
Now say you're going to hit a woman.
I'm not going to go out on that fucking island every day. Fucking build me a fucking... I sound like Jared Butler now.
I think you're one step away from going full Brian Blessed.
Do you think? No. See, there's an actor of compromise. He would have taken a tent.
He would have been happy to have work. No offense, Brian.
Fucking... Give me a fucking cabin. So he lived on a cabin. Yeah. Obviously, if you...
That was built for him.
It doesn't mean he stayed there.
Oh, no, he stayed there.
Right.
But they had to build him a cabin because he didn't want to just travel from San Francisco.
My name is Grizzly. Grizzly Bond Adams.
That was better.
The fuck? Can you imagine him just... I'm Michael, I'm not going to go out here because my name is... You know, I'm that actor and I'm going to live in a fucking... Well, since I've lost him again.
But I think he was big enough that he could do that.
Yeah, but you know what? If that was me, I would look in the mirror and go, I'm a fucking dick. Just secretly going, I'm a fucking dick.
Well,
you know?
I think that's the secret of Sean Connery. He is a fucking dick.
Yeah. Fuck it. Yeah, right, yeah. Go on.
And then finally, in Sin City, the shape of Elijah Wood's chin was changed subtly in post-production to give him a more unsettling appearance. And it fucking worked.
Remind us who Elijah Wood was.
He was Kevin the cannibal. He was in the first story, Marv's story in Sin City, and remember he had his fingernails sharpened that he could like cut. He was. He never spoke, and he wore these glasses, these mirrored glasses. Well, obviously mirrored in post production because that movie is mostly digital. And you never saw his eyes. He just had this really creepy, just complacent smile all the time.
I really can't think of the subtle change they made to his chin. What did they do?
I think they give him kind of
a cleft.
Yeah, a little bit of a cleft. I'm gonna. Do you know what?
That's okay, Tom. It's okay. Look, people can Google it for themselves.
Yeah, Google it for yourself. But I'm gonna Google that later.
Yeah.
But come on, Kevin was one of the creepiest killers in cinema history.
Yes.
Yeah.
Was there not some fucking other serial killer thing that Elijah Wood was in as well?
Oh, Maniac.
Maniac.
The first person.
The reboot or the reimagining.
Yeah.
I want my fucking cabin!
Sean, you're not in this movie.
I want the fucking cabin.
Is that what he does now? Just randomly going to different Hollywood productions looking for.
But there are probably dicks in Hollywood go, well, you know, I want to fucking commute from the moon every day. Fly me to the fucking moon. Get me Elon Musk on the fucking. Get me fucking Mars, or I'm not doing this movie.
Yeah, there's dicks in everywhere.
There's dicks in your, yeah. Alrighty, there you go. That's Tom's Trivia Tree for this week. That's all we got for the podcast as well. Wow, Fast and Furious 8, nearly at $1 billion worldwide.
Yeah, 900
Fuck
million.
me, speaking of a shower of dicks.
Yeah,
you know what? Give us like 60 seconds review Back to the Future. Give us a 60-second fucking review of Fast and the Fate and the Fury, because it's Fast and Furious 8.
Yeah.
Even though fucking Universal emailed me, go, oh, can you change the title if the Fate of the Furious here?
What?
Yeah. One of our articles had to change the fucking title because it was the American title.
Oh, okay.
God forbid we're an Irish website dealing. No, we're a website based in Ireland. Sorry, we're a website that's based in fucking California. We happen to live in fucking Ireland. So, yeah.
Yeah.
What were Universal going to do if I didn't change the title? Give us no content? Even still? The fuck?
So, anyway.
Somebody somewhere that's in a studio is going, okay, that's the first fucking shot fired. Let's keep our fucking heads down.
Vic, it's like the 80th shot fired.
I don't fucking care anymore. I really don't.
But the thing is, we're using trebuchets. They have fucking machine guns. So anyway, Fast and Furious 8. What's to say about Fast and Furious 8? It's what you'd expect. It's fun. It's loud. It's brash. But they made a major misstep, and it's way too serious. It's like, the other 7. You know what you're in for, and you don't take them too seriously, but this movie begs you to take it seriously. And that's the major mistake with it.
Hang on, there's a fucking submarine fucking driving down a fucking ice rink.
Yeah, and that's great.
How can a movie that has a trailer that's got in it trying to make you take it seriously?
There's a scene involving Jason Statham and a baby. That's one of the best scenes of the year. There's also zombie cars, remote controlled cars just swarming through New York. Everything between that, like, the whole story is Vin Diesel has turned evil. We all know that at the end of the movie he's going to be back with his family, and they're going to be having dinner or barbecue out the back of his gaff like they always do. So we know there's a swerve coming, but the movie wants to build this tension and wants to make you believe, no, this is Vin, oh, this is Dominic Toretto, he's going to turn his back. They go out of the way to make you believe it's going to happen, but no, it's not going to happen. And then all of the scenes where they try to build this tension and kind of make you believe that Dominic Toretto has turned to the dark side, they're just boring. They have no urgency. They just suck all of the energy and goodwill that all of the scenes with The Rock flexing and making jokes and like blowing shit up just by looking at them built up. They just all go away, and it's just, I hate to say this, I never thought I'd say this about a Fast Furious movie, especially after 5. It was boring. I was actually bored watching this movie, and it's not a bad movie. There's some really good things about it, but it's just a misstep. And I actually said this to my friends after coming out of this film, this is not going to make $1 billion. The Fast Furious 7 was flash in the pan. It's not going to make $1 billion. I was wrong. Yeah, it's just, they need, like, if they want to make 10 movies, 9 has already been greenlit. It's going to be set in Greece. 10 is probably going to be set in space. They just need...
Remember was it Jason X was set in space?
Yes, I like Jason X.
I did as well, but it's like, how far? Okay, so what do we give? What do you give? Was it 3 stars?
I gave it 3 stars. Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, nearly. We can. It's probably safe to say, look, the Fate and the Furious, or the Fast and the Furious 8, depending on what fucking side of the world you're living on, is going to pull in $1 billion by the time you hear this. So, I genuinely would associate that movie with Brain Dead Idiots.
Okay.
It's
Thanks, Vic.
No, look, that's wrong. I take that back. You fucking idiot. No, I take that back too. No, it's just lowest common denominator.
Yeah, like 7 was fantastic.
They were entertaining flicks.
Yeah.
But why all of a sudden are they trying to, break the formula? I think people were happy with dumb stunts.
Yeah.
And over the top stunts, and that was it. And let's be honest, if you want like 90 minutes or 2 hours of escapism, then that's a great way to go.
Yeah. It's just, no, it was very disappointing. And another piece of news, they're greenlit a Jason Statham Dwayne Johnson led Fast and Furious spin-off, where
Jason Statham must be saying to himself, "How the fuck did my agents get this?"
yeah,
The Rock is the biggest star in the world. Right now.
Yeah. Like, I think they're doing that to get him away. Like, remember there was a talk of Vin Diesel and him not seeing eye to eye.
I think that's just fucking Hollywood
Like,
bullshit.
but I really think that kind of Vin Diesel was a bit resentful of The Rock kind of even almost taking over the franchise, because he is the most charismatic of the cast.
Yeah, and I mean, look, besides Vin Diesel being good at saying 3 fucking words, I am Groot,
and talk about family all the time.
he has no charisma. He's one of these actors at the time who looked fucking good, who was in good shape, but had flat personality.
If you thought it was flat before, wait till you see it.
And it was, and by all accounts, allegedly, he was very difficult to work with. That's why his career disappeared for quite some fucking time. And Val Kilmer is the same. Is another example of had the right look, was able to speak on I mean,
it's the theme of this episode, Hollywood dicks.
if you look at Heat, Kilmer is the weakest part of Michael Mann's Heat.
Yeah.
And sometimes,
But the strongest part of Kiss Kiss Bang Bang.
yeah.
But that was him on his comeback trail.
Yeah, and they've always got one good comeback movie, and then
And name another Val Kilmer movie after Kiss Kiss Bang Bang.
look, we all know people in life who fucking are good looking. They've got the looks, but they've got the personality of shit on the toilet paper. Or sorry, I take that back. They've got the personality of shit scraped onto a fucking public toilet wall, high up, where somebody had to stand on a fucking toilet and scrape their ass on the wall.
Yeah. Jesus.
And that's a talent in itself.
Yeah.
But, no,
I'm not even angry, I'm impressed.
I best to look to The Rock. I think he is grounded.
Yeah.
And I think, you know, a lot of these people thought Vin Diesel was going to be the next big fucking thing. Remember the Triple X fucking calamity?
Oh, fuck's sake.
It's
Where they killed his character off screen and he wasn't even in the film.
I would hazard a guess that if they start looking at focus groups, Vin Diesel is potentially one of the weakest links. Yeah. I mean, there's Paul Walker was always the strongest thing about Fast and Furious, that whole franchise.
You miss Paul Walker in this. Like, he was the heart, he grounded everything, and they're just now just thinly written superhero or action movie caricatures.
And it's The Rock keeps the whole thing together because he's got the fucking charisma. At the end of the day, if you ain't got a personality, it don't matter if you look like that shit in the fucking 8 feet in the fucking public toilet. If you haven't got a personality, then you're in a lot of trouble in life in fucking general. And sometimes having a personality is a talent. Vin Diesel has none. He never had any personality in fucking any of these movies as far as I'm concerned. He's made his money. I think they should kill him off.
Yeah.
Or write him out of the franchise.
But yeah,
and I think Jason Statham is going, now that the Expendables has gone fucking tits up more or less, he's going, what the fuck, I'm getting a movie with The Rock.
And actually another part of Fast Furious 8, they twist themselves into pretzel to make him a good guy. Because he was a bad guy in 7, and then just what they do just kind of...
I don't want to fucking know anymore.
Yeah, it's... No.
Okay, true. Whole bunch of Fox movies coming in 2018. Deadpool 2.
Yeah.
New Mutants and X-Men Dark Phoenix. Okay, Deadpool 2, I understand what that will be.
That's June 1st.
If them getting rid of Tim Miller has been a bad fucking decision, we will find out then.
Yeah.
More of the same. That little kind of teaser that they launched recently with a glaring cameo from Stan Lee. That was really good. Yeah. It was really good.
Sorry, that was the best cameo ever because they just tell him to shut up.
Shut up, Stan Lee! Okay. New Mutants, X-Men Dark Phoenix.
Yeah. So
no idea.
New Mutants April 13th, and that's kind of what the title says. New Mutants, it's the new breed of X-Men, it's the students. Yeah. It could like, I don't know, no one knows anything about this. It could be Is it going to be set concurrently with Dark Phoenix, which is going to be set in the 90s? Is it going to be present day? It's probably just, it's going to be first class again, introducing a new team of X-Men, them training up to replace like the core X-Men like Cyclops and Jean Grey and Nightcrawler and that. And then X-Men Dark Phoenix. Originally it was going to be called X-Men Supernova. That's out November 2nd. And if you've seen Apocalypse and you're a fan of the books, you know what this means. So they're going to retread the story from X-Men Last Stand. Jean Grey's the evil alter ego, the Dark Phoenix. And it was hinted at in Apocalypse when Sophie Turner went like full Firebird and defeated Apocalypse. That's like, it's one of, talk to any X-Men fan, it's one of the top X-Men storylines in the history of the X-Men. Yeah, so that's what it's going to be. It's going to be, if they are going to follow suit with the comics, they're going to be very cosmic, maybe taking a leaf out of Guardian of the Galaxy. I don't know. Supernova had me thinking, the original name had me thinking, okay, they're going into space.
Man,
And they get further and further away. That's what I didn't like about Apocalypse. It was just a generic superhero movie. And this,
I'm really getting sick to shit of superhero movies.
I kind of what I liked about the X-Men franchise was the fact that they use social commentary to ground us. But Apocalypse was just Team A beats up Team B. It was just a generic
I mean,
superhero
somebody
story.
somewhere is probably building a truck big enough to back up to Hugh Jackman's house
Yeah.
to get some.
I have
don't know.
a feeling that it will take the biggest truck and the biggest house in the world. I think he's done.
Yeah, no,
really do think
I
so.
hope he's done as well, because Logan was finally the Wolverine movie that
Yeah.
everybody wanted. It was a fitting end to arguably the greatest X-Men.
Yeah, it was the greatest X-Men movie. Yeah,
You know.
it was absolutely amazing. Like,
All right. Josh Brolin is Cable for Deadpool 2.
yeah,
I mean, that is what it is. He's obviously fucking. Even it's a bit bizarre to have him as Cable and Thanos.
yeah. So I think he's done with Infinity War. I think we're not going to see Thanos again.
After Infinity War?
After Infinity War.
Yeah, because like one of the things that's coming out is obviously Avengers Infinity War. Avengers 4 is the following year. There is no title for Avengers 4 yet, or there's no subtitle, because one of the things that Kevin Feige has come out and said is that it'll be a spoiler.
Yeah, directly
for-
references something that happened.
Yeah, so Thanos is fucked probably.
Yeah, Thanos is gone and he's gone to Foxland. Is it the right choice for Brolin?
Hang on a sec. When is Avengers 4 out?
2019.
Okay, so it'll be a year in between
Yeah.
Deadpool 2 and this. Okay.
Well, but Deadpool 2 will be coming out the same year as Infinity War.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think it's a big deal. And Feige has come on and said, "Oh yeah, geez, Josh Brolin would be great for Cable. Let's see it." So he
I'd
has
rather
his,
Stephen Lang. But
yeah. Speaking of Stephen Lang, 4 Avatar sequels
yeah.
have a whole bunch of new release dates.
Yeah, because originally, I think weren't 3 announced before, and the first one is supposed to be coming out next year. Mm-hmm. Yeah, so that's been changed. It's now going to be 4 Avatar sequels. They're going to be December 18, 2020, December 17, 2021. Then they're going to take a break for some reason. And then December 20, 2024, and December 19, 2025.
Yeah, there has been so many setbacks with these Avatar movies, and a lot of it is down to the script or the Bible that Cameron is writing, that people are expecting the second coming of Christ. With these
Well,
movies.
his initials are JC.
There you go. So I'm not sure.
Is it 8 years too late? Because it'll be a full decade
Yeah,
when the first sequel comes out.
I
And it's taking that lucrative December release date from Star Wars and The Lord of the Rings and The Hobbit and whatever.
I really like the original Avatar. I would have to go back and watch it again to see do I still like it as much.
I kind of revisit it every year or two, and it still holds up for me.
James Cameron sees the ka-ching going up and Tom turns it on. I would have little fucking excitement for another one.
Yeah.
Let alone shit ton of them.
It's burnt out. It's kind of, I think...
And I know Cameron is in the Eco Warrior thing and they're pushing it into the oceans and this, that and the other. And that's fine. I Jesus Christ, my son is named after my son's called Cameron, for Christ's sake. But and he is one of the most talented filmmakers out there. So if anyone can make these work, it's him.
Yeah.
I don't think Cameron knows failure in the last, since since Aliens.
Was that a failure?
No. Sorry, since before Aliens.
Oh, before Alien, the Piranha 2.
Yeah. Roger Corman somewhere is going, yeah. Fuck you, Jimmy.
Yeah. Oh.
So I would have faith in him to be able to pull this off. I think what will come down the line somewhere is they're going, no, look, you know what? We're just doing one more.
Yeah.
And that's it.
Maybe, like, to think...
Because if this turns up in a cinema in a couple of years' time and it flops, don't fucking matter how good the story is for 3 and 4, they will be no more.
No.
Like fucking Eminem.
Think of it like James Cameron came from probably one of the worst film studios of all time, Canon. He started in Canon. Like, if you don't know who Canon are, Jesus Christ, the cheapest film studio I think ever. Like in the 80s, they were cheap, but they were so prolific. I think in the 80s they had like 20 movies out,
and they're all like B-movie, the Piranhas.
All B-movies, Piranhas, Battle Beyond the Stars. For some reason in there is an adaptation of Othello.
As you do, just to balance out
just
the
to balance
insanity.
it out. But yeah, like he started as a graphic designer. And he created, like, if you've seen Battle Beyond the Stars, it's the biggest Star Wars ripoff you've ever seen with a space cowboy in it. And Cameron created the ships, one of which is what they call the boob ship. It's basically the bottom of it is just 2 boobs. He came from that, then he delivered Terminator, Aliens, True Lies. I'm going to say True Lies is a fucking fantastic movie. And Titanic, of course. So humble beginnings to probably one of the greatest filmmakers.
And here's the thing, by the way, it's Alien Day on the 26th. So like a lot of cinemas are partaking in Alien Day, where you get a ticket and you get to see Prometheus, director's cut of Alien, and you get to see some exclusive footage from Covenant. And you get Sir Richard going, "Oh, hello everybody, thanks for coming to Alien Day 2017.
I love Sir Richard. He's our best character we've created.
So yeah, speaking of characters that we do here, right?
Yeah.
There's a fucking documentary about my life. It's called Gilbert.
Is there actually
Yeah,
Gilbert?
yeah.
Oh my god.
Yeah, there's a Gilbert movie.
I'm gonna have to watch it on mute.
I gotta go get fucking Gilbert back on this fucking thing. Anyway, just before we wrap up, it's out on Friday. So far the buzz is good. Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2.
Yep.
And if you like the first one, chances are you like the second one. And if you like the second one, chances are you'll fucking shit your pants, because there's going to be Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 3. And an unprecedented move. It's James Gunn is going to be writing and directing again.
Yeah.
And this is for Marvel, who really...
They switch it up.
There has, it was Shane... Who did Iron Man 3? Shane
Black.
Shane Black. So Favreau got Iron Man 1 and 2. Whedon got Ultron and Avengers. Peyton Reed,
he's doing Ant-Man
and the
Wasp.
The Wasp.
The Russo brothers got the 2 Captain America sequels.
Yeah,
and then they graduated to Avengers.
Yeah. So them aside, and I suppose that Avengers
there hasn't
movie,
been a three-peat before.
No. The Avengers movie, ultimately, Infinity Wars and parts 3 and 4.
One movie.
It's one movie. So this is the kind of the first time that someone has got something like this from Marvel.
Got a trilogy.
Yeah, which is very clever, because I think Feige has come out and more or less made the point that it's James Gunn knows these characters better than anybody else.
Yeah. And
I don't think you could put anybody else in there to get them to write and direct and do justice to the characters the way they've been created. And I think it's a very clever fucking move.
Yeah, like kind of, I know they were established characters, but Gunn really put his own stamp on them. So much so that what he's done for the characters has bled over into the comic books now. Like that doesn't really happen with the Marvel movies that much. But yeah, so he's writing directing a Guardian Galaxy Volume 3. It's going to be set after Infinity War, where the Guardians will appear, and it's said to conclude the story of the current iteration of the Guardians and maybe set up a new team for maybe future Guardian movies, or they could turn up in future MC movies. What he has to say about it is, much of what's happened in the MCU for the past 10 or so years has been leading in a big way to Avengers Infinity War. Guardian Galaxy Volume 3 will happen after all that, to include the story of this iteration of Guardian Galaxy and help catapult both old and new Marvel characters into the next 10 years and beyond.
So what does that mean? That means Tony Stark is going to be trapped in the Iron Man suit.
Yeah. I fell down a Reddit hole for Guardians Galaxy, and there's a cameo that's... we're not sure is public knowledge, so we're not going
to discuss it.
But if the rumors are true of who the character this actor or actress is playing, that might point to where the Guardian Galaxy are heading for 3 and beyond. And I have a feeling that we could see Gunn go the way of the Russo brothers, kind of be given an Avengers or be given more agency and more control of the MCU.
Yeah, I still feel that when it comes, I guess that, you know, if you look at Civil War,
yeah,
there was a good juggling act done there. There's a huge juggling act being done in Guardians because there's so many characters, especially this time around. You've Mantis and Nebula's playing, you know, kind of a bit more meatier role this time. There's a lot more, and Yondu is a bit more of a prominent role.
Fucking Michael Rooker, yes.
But I still think the king of the juggling is
Whedon. Yeah.
What he did with Avengers was the first Avengers movie was insane.
No one thought he'd pull it off, and he pulled it off.
No, and I
twice
think,
really.
Yeah, no, and they got away with it the second time. I think if there was less studio interference, then fine. But he's gone doing fucking Batgirl now or whatever. Let's not get into that conversation again. But yeah, so let's see what happens. But I'm definitely looking forward to Volume 2, Guardians of the Galaxy. And finally, just very, very, very finally, because we weren't here last week, we still have to address it because I know people are interested in thoughts and all of that jazz. And that is...
Turn down your volume, there will be a lot of
Rian
shouting.
Johnson is fucking destroying Star Wars.
I'm just going to sit back.
I mentioned this in my own vlog initially, just to have a, you know, just to get it out.
Yeah.
I did one of these. I'm watching it and like, yeah, and just this dead look in my face, more so than fucking ever. There's the only thing that's given me hope is Disney.
Okay.
In the fact that I don't think they're going to allow somebody destroy something that they've invested a lot more than movies in. You've toy lines. You've this a fucking incredible Star Wars land opening in the next couple of years.
You saw it with
Disney.
Rogue One with all the reshoots for the end.
Yeah. So they've this amazing kind of investment made, and I'm sure they've like a 20-year plan for Star Wars.
Oh,
like,
definitely.
The theme park stuff alone looks absolutely incredible. But all of that is relying too on people liking these movies. Yes, the old fucks will turn up and go to the theme park rides based on The Force Awakens, based on Empire, based on Jedi. But the new kids who may not go to The Last Jedi because it's shit may not go. And they're the ones that will go in 20 years with their own kids. So this is a very calculated risk in one sense. I was never sold on Rian Johnson doing The Last Jedi. I think there's no kind of good way to... He's a talented filmmaker.
Yeah.
Okay? But I think his way of doing film doesn't fit the Star Wars universe.
He's too indie.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't want to say that because that's not necessarily...
So I did.
Yeah. So that's not necessarily a bad thing.
Yeah. Oh, no, it's not at all. I'm not saying that indie movies are bad.
And Looper is a great movie. But I
Jurassic
think,
World showed that an indie director could handle big
absolutely.
blockbuster.
And you know what? I think episode 9 will be amazing. Because Colin Trevorrow showed that you can go from... What was that fucking time traveling dustbin movie that he did? Anyway, it's got out of my head. But he went from something like that directly into Jurassic World. And everybody's like, oh my god, the indie guy, he fucking won't do anything. Fucking dinosaurs be talking and smoking fucking cigars and drinking cognac.
And then their monocles fell into their brandy.
And he outdid fucking Spielberg.
Yeah?
Well, on the second one at least. But it is the second greatest Jurassic Park movie.
Yeah.
He outdid Joe Johnston. Remember, Johnston is a guy that's worked on the original movies. This is a guy that's been around the visual effects industry for years, who knows his fucking craft. And I like Jurassic Park 3. But here's the indie director, Colin Trevorrow, come in and blew everybody out of the water. I think the Monosaur coming up. That was such the fucking great white. That was such a great scene.
Yeah.
Anyway,
the final scene.
Rian Johnson. I've spoke to him on Twitter. He's very approachable. I asked him, were they shooting Star Wars in 48 frames per second? And he says, no, why? And I was like, because it says it on the fucking clapperboard.
All right.
Didn't come back to you in that second part. But like, he's very approachable, and I guess that's good in one sense. The problems with The Last Jedi, it was too gritty, too fucking moody.
The trailer.
Yeah.
Okay.
It had no energy. It was lethargic. I know it's only a teaser. None of the scenes made any sense. And
you can't say that for a teaser, because The Force Awakens was just a collection of scenes as well.
It was, but they had energy. They had presence. They had impact. They got you excited.
Yeah.
Somebody, like, how somebody stood over some of the shots in this trailer. There's a part of Rey on Skellig Michael. It's a shot that's badly lit. It's fucking awful. It may be fine in the greater scheme of things in the whole movie, but as a trailer, you're like, who's the fucking cinematographer? Who fucking actually allowed who graded this? Who did the color correction on this to leave this out? Bring up the fucking shadows. We can't see anything. It's fucking darkness. Maybe that's symbolism. Maybe it's not. Maybe let's not turn into... Either way, the first teaser there was a saving point in the teaser for The Force Awakens. That was the Falcon at the end.
Okay.
There was nothing fucking here. And Tom was like, I want to argue this cunt. There was nothing here. It was lethargic. It was fucking slow. It was a hobble garbage bag of scenes, which again, it's a teaser. But a teaser would make you want to go, fuck, I can't wait for the movie to come out.
We didn't say that till the second trailer for Force Awakens.
Yeah, but the first trailer for the teaser for The Force Awakens got the blood going.
Yeah, okay.
It got it going.
Yeah, but we weren't...
It wasn't fucking flowing out of her eyes.
Yeah.
But it got... This... I mean, let's forget about The Force Awakens, okay? This was a fucking teaser that was flat. It did nothing. It didn't get me excited. Look, fucking hell, I love the fucking prequels. You know? I nearly defended Jar Jar, for Christ's sake. This...
Jesus Christ.
You know, this...
I want to hear the argument.
I nearly did. I didn't. I nearly did. But, like, this was a movie that you know, if it wasn't a Star Wars movie, then you go, okay, this is kind of cool. But it's fucking Star Wars. You know, it was so disappointing. And I wasn't in the ideal situation when I saw it for the first time, and I was like, okay, I'm blaming... Yeah, it's fucking... I'm in a crowded scenario. I'm blaming that. The second time, I was still in the same scenario, and I'm still blaming it. But deep down, I was like, what the fuck have they done?
I think I didn't mind the trailer. I would have liked a bit more, and I think that's the problem. Is Disney are approaching it the same way they did Force Awakens.
Yeah, like we were discussing this on the way down. Yeah. I think they're protecting it too much in the fact that it's shrouded in secrecy. La 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 la. Yeah, look, nobody wants to go on fucking Reddit and read a leak about Han Solo dying, but
Vic did.
I did
multiple times. He's still doing it.
But if anything, this thing fucking made me want to go back onto Reddit even more, because I'm like, what the fuck? It just left me dead.
The secrecy and the whole marketing strategy of the one teaser that kind of just gives you a taste, and then the second trailer that gives you a bit more, works for Force Awakens because it's the first time in 30 years. But this is following on from a movie that everyone saw, and everyone has questions about. So maybe having a trailer that just shows different scenes and doesn't give you a taste of all, maybe that wasn't the right approach for this, for the second movie.
I understand what you're saying, but I think even put that to one side, I think as a teaser trailer that is supposed to pique your interest, it flatlined most people. I think some people are delusional. Oh, geez, it's dark and it's like Empire, which I know people are predicting this movie is going to be like anyway. It's fucking not. Okay, maybe the movie may be like Empire, but in the sense of a fucking teaser trailer, it's not. Like, people are, people have Star Wars syndrome in the fact that they could have put out a picture of Chewie taking a shit, and this is happening, and be, oh, it's fucking amazing. And like, sometimes you need to step back from the Star Wars syndrome, which this trailer really flattened me.
And like, people will be shouting at their iPod machines or
no one has iPods anymore, Tom.
Their podcast machines and shouting, it's only a trailer. But we had this conversation with the Justice League trailer, that trailers, they're designed to get people excited. Each trailer should get the person watching wanting to watch the movie.
And nobody on the face of this fucking hive of fucking scum and villainy will be happier to say I was so wrong than me. I think it's a movie that's in trouble.
We're going to have a podcast special if that does happen.
I think it's a movie that's in trouble. I genuinely do.
Well, we'll see December 18th.
I mean, which is literally fucking 8 months away, not even 7 months away. It's 30 million views in the trailer. As it stands, I don't think it's broken any kind of records.
Like when
for trailer viewing and that, but it's something that I felt incredibly disappointed with, and because it was just awful. And I think Rian Johnson has a certain degree of arrogance about him or complacency, because he moved the scar on Kylo's fucking head. That's not a big deal to me. I didn't notice it, but when I thought about it and I read about it, and his response was always goofy looking.
His response is the problem.
It was goofy looking. I couldn't have him having the scar, and his, it was too much of a distraction. So he moved his fucking scar, which is a complete disregard of what's gone before. Now, I know when people go, well, you can't talk about Star Wars and continuity because it's full of continuity fucking problems. That's fine, but something as fundamental as a scar, and it's not. I don't really give a fuck about the scar. I think it's his response and lack of respect. For it.
It shows a bigger problem.
Yeah, and it makes me wonder how he got the fucking gig in the first place.
He was a cool indie director.
Yeah, I think they got that with Trevorrow, and I think they saw with Trevorrow, fuck, look what he done with Jurassic World. Like Frank Marshall, who's Kathleen Kennedy's wife's producer, so obviously he goes, look, this kid is good.
Like, that seems to be before their Marvel and for their Star Wars movie, that seems to be Disney's MO now. Get an indie director in, and it works. It worked with Guardians. I have a feeling it's going to work with Spider-Man. But just there's some warning signs with Last Jedi.
Yeah, there is. And I think
Alien Tuxedo.
Alien Tuxedo. Tom is absolutely right that those leaks that happened. I think I know Mark Hamill is the ultimate fucking troll when it comes to Star Wars. He is the ultimate fucking troll.
I wanted to be my dad.
And he's so good at doing it. But I mean, he's come out quite clearly and said that he disagreed with every fucking decision that Rian Johnson had about Luke.
Yeah.
And I think that's him stirring the fucking pot. And great, you know what? He's got a reaction out of me and a lot of other people. But I don't know.
And look, we're just speculating about a movie that's 8 months away, so a lot can happen in 8 months.
But we were so fucking 110%. I was 110% right about Justice League. Or not Justice League, fucking Batman v Superman.
Yeah.
You know? And we're right about fucking Justice League.
Yeah.
You know?
We hate being right all the time.
I think that there's a lot of second unit fucking footage thrown into this fucking trailer. Sometimes
was Johnson on Skellig Michael?
Yes.
Okay.
He was.
Yeah.
Why?
Oh no, just when he said second unit.
No, I think it's fuck it. I don't know.
This is not the feeling we want.
No, it's not.
When thinking about the next hour of the
And
movie.
ultimately...
And we could be wrong.
Completely. And again, as I said, I will be so happy if I am wrong. I think this is a movie that's in fucking trouble. It didn't leave you with that Star Wars fucking vibe. That's the magic. Regardless of fucking Jar Jar Binks and fucking Anakin
Jar Jar
Skywalker.
Binks, is he like a security company?
Fuck you, Tom. Cunt. I give you fucking kudos for that. And forget all about the fucking whatever the fuck ups in the prequels and all. They still left you excited and feeling, fuck it, it's Star Wars. You might have been a little bit disappointed, but now it's like, fuck it, I don't know what it is anymore. That fucking asshole from Looper has ruined it.
It's Battlestar Galactica.
Don't even go there, Tom. You know, and to be honest, on the first day I looked at the trailer 3 times. And then a 4th time.
I've only watched it twice.
And then I left it. I just left it. And I just, in the last week or so, it's in my head and I'm convincing myself it's not that bad. It's not. And I've watched it. And the more I fucking watched it, the worse it gets. It's time for the Jedi to end. Like, Mark Hamill is an incredible voice actor. He knows how to deliver a line. He delivered that like I would deliver a shit out of my ass.
A lot of shit today.
There is.
Yeah.
There is a lot of shit. I thought it was
that?
I thought it was appalling fucking delivery.
Yeah.
It was like, it's time for this, you know. And for a movie that had so much balls in The Force Awakens to have the biggest fucking character in Star Wars not even show up, and then he doesn't get a fucking line, and they just cut to fucking black. I remember when I heard the music welling up, you know, okay, here comes the end credits. I'm like, speak, you fucker, speak. I was like, that was such a fucking ballsy move with Abrams. It was insane. And then they fucking put Skywalker all through the fucking trailer for The Last Jedi. You know?
Didn't we hear a lot of Luke in the Force Awakens trailer?
He recorded my sister fucking has it, I have it, my father has it, you have it. But that was the idea, was that was from the old movies.
Oh, okay.
And now you have it. But the thing is, Johnson seems to have forgotten what's gone before him.
Yeah.
I don't know. I really hope I'm wrong. I do think Rian Johnson is a good filmmaker. But yeah, I'm all Star Wars.
You know what? I can't seem to get away from the Scar remark.
It's goofy.
It's good.
And I know he posted a thing on Twitter that showed the Emperor in the original trilogy, and then they replaced it, and it was kind of like, yeah, shit, look, they fucking did it. Like, but I don't know.
I know that'd be grand, but it's just that line.
What?
Just,
like,
just
oh,
saying
look, you know what? I didn't like fucking the hand Luke had lost, so I swapped it over. Because
it's not on par with that.
No, but it's not too far off it.
Yeah, but it's just his explanation for it. That's grating me. That's just really grating me there. But anyway,
that is the podcast for this week. Thank you so much for listening. Please subscribe on iTunes and Stitcher. We'd love it if you would. And if you have any comments to add, please drop a comment into us on the Facebook page, at The Movie Bit on Twitter, or podcast at themoviebit.com. Have yourselves a great day, evening, morning, wherever you are in the world. Look after yourselves. Thanks for listening. His name is Tom White. My name is Victor Barry. Goodbye, everybody.
Goodbye. The MovieBit.com podcasts. Available on iTunes, Stitcher, TuneIn, direct download, and streaming on themoviebit.com. Streaming and creaming. Yeah.